Alright, so this deck is just a combination of Graydles and Ghostricks by request by a few people for some reason. Graydles are a pretty good way of stealing your opponent's monsters if they don't have a way to remove them from the field without destroying them. Actually, you know what? They do have very special effects. Like this guy, if he only activates its effect if he's destroyed by either a monster effect or by battle. Yeah, monster effect. And then the Cobra, since he's purple, he has to be destroyed by trap cards. And Alligator, since he's blue, he has to be destroyed by spell cards. That's how I remember it. So the brown one is monsters, the purple one is trap cards, and the green one is spell cards. Plus monster destruction. If they do manage to destroy them by, other means that don't activate their effects, I can just stop them for a turn with Ghostricks, and they're pretty effective at stealing my opponent's monsters, which is always a lot of fun.